here on Folsom Lake. So we'll see. The course itself starts off heading in a southwesterly direction, goes due west, then heads north, then west, stay with it, then south. That's all the way down to the switch. And then, of course, they make that and then turn all the way around again. In fact, do you know what? I'm going to do that again. They start off heading north. Thank you. We'll edit this. It'll be fine. I'll tell you what. I'll do that again in a minute. Here's Sammy Sanchez. I got that completely wrong. But anyway, I started off at the split. Here we go. Sammy Sanchez crosses the line. 7th quickest. Let's describe this course. Should have done this earlier anyway.
I'll give you a tip, out and back.
Thanks, Bri. I did back first. Just reverse it. You'll get it. Right, Dennis. My cartographic qualifications, not brilliant. Right, when they start the run, they go north. Then, generally speaking, they head east. Make the turn, generally speaking, head back west again, and then south. I'm saying no more. Did I get it right at last? Yeah, ish. Here we go then. 2 kilometre marker for Rowan Dennis. Well, 2 clicks, and he's got to finish in less than 2.5 minutes. What do you reckon?
It's going to be close. I think he can possibly do it. It's going to be really, really close. He knows that he's putting his head down. He's starting to weave around now, so he knows he'll be getting that information. This is where the other riders were starting to toil a little bit into this headwind. Again, like most of the others, he's trying to take the quickest way around this curve.
He is indeed, and he's rolling and bowling all over the place for the time being, almost getting into the cones, as you can see, but staying on the correct side of the road. Meanwhile, this is Peter Stettiner. We'll be seeing Dennis finish in a few moments' time. Had Rob Britton in front of him and Sammy Sanchez, but there are 2-minute margins, so don't fret that they haven't found their minute men. It doesn't necessarily mean that they are going slowly. Stettiner about to take the turn. Then you can see the marshal's flags here, and so it's a side wind, a crosswind at this point. Back he goes, and it really is billowing. Look at some of the trees here on the left-hand side of your screen.
Rob Britton went through that stage, Carlton, at 48 seconds down, just to give you a little update. And just looking at Brent Bookwalter was 22 seconds down. That isn't the fastest time, 12:15, that was set by Jürgen van den Broek. He lost a lot of time on the way back. The fastest time was set into finish by Andrew Talansky, who equalled that time of Jürgen van den Broek at the time.
Nielsen Paulus, you know, the boy we've been talking about as a great revelation, leading the Young Riders competition. 5th quickest at the turn, 19 seconds down, Brian. That is an immense time for him.
It is. When you consider what age he is, he's still only 19 years old. So a very good performance there against some talented bike riders. I
might be doing backing him for future glory, Paulus. The way he has rode up the mountains, gone quickly, and he's doing a decent time trial now. Certainly somebody to tag in your mindset. And here comes Rowan Dennis now, and there's the finish line. There's Talansky's time, and wave bye-bye to that. That's why he's the favourite for the Olympic time trial. Wow, huge gulps of air as he nods over the line, and it's all done. There's an Aussie who's top dog here.
Yeah, it looks that way. And, you know, both of them beating the time of Taylor Phinney, 24:36. So an exceptional time there by Rowan Dennis. Still to come, Nelson Paulus, Lawrence ten Dam, Brent Bookwalter, George Bennett, Peter Stettiner and Julian Alaphilippe.
Gosh, that hurt. He'd emptied the tank at exactly the right moment. Rowan Dennis with nothing left across the line. As near perfect a time trial as you're going to get, Brian.
Yep. And, you know, he pulled one out the back, but how much time will he put into the others in the general classification? You got to remember, he started the day 1 minute and 1 second behind Alaphilippe. Alaphilippe out in the course at the moment, decked in his yellow skin suit. Can he, you know, finish within that time? I think he can, but he knows he's up against some exceptional time trialists and has to give everything in this time trial today.
Well, he's got to go all in, and even if he is not a dedicated time trialist, you can get exceptional performances because, frankly, it's not all that regular that these guys have to produce a good time trial, and occasionally, when it's required, they can do precisely that. I think Sebastian Reichenbach lately was at Tirreno Adriatico, produced an absolute belter to finish fourth, not known as a time trialist at all for that race, and just dragged one out of the back. Look at the storm clouds round here. That's why the wind's gusting and billowing, because there's bad weather coming in. It doesn't bode well for our run to Santa Rosa. It might blow over tonight, but you really feel like you're on the edge of a storm at the moment. It looks nice from this sort of view, a Magrician picture for you to play with, but this man, the road, it's not a game he wants to play at the moment, but he's having to, Brian.
At half distance, he's only lost 14 seconds to Rohan Dennis. Only 14 seconds. So it does look as if he's on a very, very good ride today. He went through this time check 22 seconds down.
Good on you, Julian Alaphilippe. Well, there you go. He can dance, he can sing. And right now, he's got the zing. Let's see if he manages to deliver this. Wow. Time, please, for Nelson Paulus, the young man that we've been saying so much about. Top 10 for him would be a huge credit to him. Only 21 years of age. And there he is, up there. Less than a minute down on the mighty Rohan Dennis. And again, the same sort of head movement, and he just tries to gulp the air, almost breathless at the very end. And this is Julian Alaphilippe, though. Terrific performance by him, and he looks like a pocket rocket on the bike. He's not huge in stature, but it's exactly what you need for a grand tour. And this is a grand performance. I like Julian Alaphilippe. Did you know that?
Sounds like it. George Bennett going through the 10.2 at 56 seconds, so losing a little bit of time. Peter Stettiner going through at 1 minute and 1 second. So there's going to be some changes in the top 10.
Here we go then. Taylor Phinney, 27 seconds down on the best time out there at the split. That was our benchmark that started off. And then it all started to unravel for Phinney as others started to come in. Andrew Talansky with a sensational split, which he managed to carry to the line. Rohan Dennis, who was slower than Talansky by a margin of 8 seconds, did a superb negative split to actually set the benchmark time now of 24:16, 17 seconds to the good of Talansky. So what a great deal of ground he made up on the time he made up on the second part of the course, and well, that's what it's all about. Stettiner looks extraordinarily solid, great core strength here, and that's a beautiful time trialing style by this man. Let's see how he goes, just readjusting himself, but not too much on the saddle. Tony Martin, of course, not here, but tried to do something about his saddle, constant readjustment, and he actually used sandpaper or something like it, and then I think halfway through the run wished he hadn't, because sandpaper is used to sanding down wood, and frankly it started to sand down him.
Yep, and a lot of the riders use the type of saddles now, so they try to stop a little bit of movement. But the time that Alaphilippe has to finish within is 25 minutes and 17 seconds.
Cramp, shaking out the thighs. Hope not. Let's see. Lawrence 10 Dam